don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to episode 18 of GraveYard Shift, I believe.
I thought it was 17. 17, 18?
Oh, that was last week. Here you go with that bullshit again. It's 18.
Man, I don't know what episode we are anymore.
Yeah, it's episode 18.
All right, 18.
Tell them what we're talking about in a nutshell.
Talking about bad parents and bad cops and people that do dumb stuff with bad cops. That's what we're talking about.
You said we talk about all kinds of crazy bullshit tonight.
Pretty much.
I can dig it.
Remember, I mean, that's what it is in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Like, it boils down to stupid people doing stupid stuff in front of cops.
Right. I get that.
And the bad side of parenting.
When kids are involved, I'm taking it like relationships and shit.
Yeah. And, parents are just doing dumb shit in the situations.
Oh, yeah. Let me post the link. I forgot I told a couple people I'd navigate them this way.
Yeah, so.
Remember, like, share, subscribe, and get in them comments if you got something you want to talk about or if you just want to speak your mind about the subject at hand. Remember, this is GraveYard Shift, episode 18 with Desyple Nite. We do this every Friday.
Every Friday.
At 11 p.m. with Dusty and Dirt.
Dusty and Dirt, yay!
They gonna start calling us that. They'll be laughing my ass off.
It's funny though.
It is. It's good character. Let me find this so I can share it. I'm slow as fuck at this shit. Blase. But yes, remember, like, share, subscribe. Remember, get in the comments. Remember, we do this every Friday. Let me share this right quick. Live now. Come tap in. All right, so what do you want to start this off with? One or the other, vice versa?
Oh man. Because these are two touchy subjects, so.
Yeah. So either way, they can go,
All right, let's start off with the parenting thing. Let's get that out of the way here and see where that takes us.
Okay, I went to post my shit and it disappeared. Am I tripping?
It'd be like that.
No, I literally hit post and it just disappeared.
Yeah, my shit does that sometimes. It's weird.
It posted. Let me share it to my story. Somebody stole my motherfucking constructive criticism page when they had me banned. I just wrote the dude tonight, and it's still constructive criticism by Desyple. I'm like, hey, bro, can I get my page back?
So he's pretended to be you.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be real with you, but
I mean that's what it seems like. Like he's pretending to be you.
Right. Thought I shared it. Whatever. Get this rolling.
La 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 la.
I got one more place I gotta share it to. Hold on a minute. I mean, I could talk about something that disgusts me that's going on more nowadays that you didn't see so much in earlier days.
What you got?
Like parents, and it's on both sides, using their children as pawns.
Or using them as a crutch. Like, I mean, I've seen that too. They use them as an excuse.
What do you mean
to do
by
fucked up shit? Like you see this a lot with baby mamas. Like, they'll use the kid as an excuse to hurt the father, or vice versa.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean by using a child as a pawn.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm off my phone now. I got it posted.
Yeah, I mean it posted. But yeah, that really does disgust me, and I've been through that situation, and it's not a healthy situation. I mean, it confuses the kid, and makes them think that one parent doesn't love them, or
or vice versa.
vice versa.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's trashy parenting right there. You know what I mean? And
you see a lot of that nowadays. Like whether it be whoever's got the kids, once the relationship ends, the mother or the father, you get a lot of, you can't see your kid or this and that unless I get this amount of money or things of that nature. And I think a lot of that
or there's some bullshit stipulation behind it.
Right. I think a lot of that's like government doing too, though. Because
it turned it in, they turned children into a money game.
Right. Or a money pawn, as I like to put it.
And that's what it is. It's a money scheme. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel that punishes the other parent. You know what I mean? Like,
well, the child too.
Yeah, the child too. Like me, I'm a good parent. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of good dads out there. We touched on this on previous shows.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna speak on it again. There are a lot of good fathers out there that, are doing for their children, even though they're not with the mother. And, the mother of the child is treating the father like a piece of shit because she ain't getting her way.
Right.
Or, vice versa.
I've also,
I don't want to make this sound like a sexist thing. I'm speaking from my own personal experience.
That's what I was gonna say. I've seen it the opposite way around too, where the father's got the kids because the mother fucked up somewhere in life, and now he uses it because men usually don't get custody or get their kids, so
right.
He uses it as a pawn too, but twice as bad because it's a rare thing that a guy gets his kids. So like I said, I've seen it on both sides, and I think in the end, the only person that's really getting hurt is the child.
Absolutely. And it sucks when your kid comes up to you and goes, well, why don't you love me? You know what I mean? That's I've heard that one a lot. You know what I mean? And I've talked to a lot of people that have been in that situation where
You think what I was doing? That shit fucked me up like a telescope. I was
it did the same thing with mine. Like it blended into the green screen.
I seen you laughing. I was like, he got to be laughing about that.
But anyways, like I was saying, you know what I mean? Like, people tell me like, their kids come up to them and be like, why don't you love me? Such and such parent said you don't. And
see, that's super.
That's not the case
when you're doing twisted shit like that, because just because you're trying to be vindictive, whether you're male or female, whoever's doing it, that's just, I don't know.
And like I said, that
shit for that. That's how I would put it.
Yeah.
Because regardless, like, everybody knows I got a lot of baby mamas, but whatever. But regardless of how bad our relationship ever got, I've never, like, even if I was the one in the right and their mother was in the wrong, I still glorified their mother, if that makes sense, when it came.
Yeah, and that's how, I've always been, like I, make sure I don't say any bad things about, the mother or anything.
Right, even if
like that,
somewhere in my head wanted to kill her myself, which I never have. But even if I thought that, I would never let the child know that. I would never want them.
And see, that's how I am too.
Their mother has to be the greatest thing in the world. Now, as they get older and whatever happens and they figure shit out themselves, that's a different story.
Yeah, but I think that's an important thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, let one parent badmouth it and say whatever, but I'm not that type of person.
No, I mean,
you know what I mean, and I can't.
I think a lot of that's because I was raised by my grandparents, so I guess I kind of have parent issues myself, so I would never want to see.
Well, so do I.
You know what I mean? Go through that, so.
But I don't want. Yeah, exactly. I don't want my child to go through that, and I don't want my child questioning, whether one parent loves them or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, it's bad enough they got to deal with the whole split up situation, let alone,
And I've been in, some fucked up relationships, and some shit has gone way south, and like you were there for a lot of some shit, so a lot of these stories and stuff, and I don't never once, during all that bad stuff that was going on, did I badmouth. I was going to tell you to move the camera over.
Man, my shit
Did
fucked up.
Did I badmouth, any baby mama? It swung back.
It keeps doing that. I don't know. See, we be all fucked up technically. But like, share, and subscribe, because, yeah, baby, we do this raw.
I think they like the fuck ups.
Yeah, see, I'm fucked up
tough.
On one side. And who gives a
It's
fuck?
fucked up on both sides. It's uniform now, so it's
Right.
good.
Yeah, I see both corners of my desk.
Right.
Fuck it. I'm in the
It's uniform
spaceship. See, now you got me looking through yours like a motherfucking periscope or something when you drinking. I see through it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
It looks funny. But yeah.
Remember, like, share, subscribe. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. But there are different, bad parent scenarios where, they completely fuck the kid up. You know what I mean? Like drug situation, for instance. You know what I mean? That's
weed, but whatever.
I don't really consider that
it might be crack though, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It might be meth, it might no. But go ahead.
You ain't that twacked out, but
right.
Yeah, but you feel what I'm saying? Like drugs are a really fucked up thing when you have a kid involved in it. You know what I mean? Like whether you guys are together or not, or this or that, if drugs are involved and you got a kid and that kid is seeing that and that kid is experiencing, all the fuckery that goes along with that.
Do you think, for say, sorry, I grabbed me a sticky because I'm fixing my camera.
No, you're good.
My OCD, but do you think, for say, like future wise, it's gonna get a little screwy here, but whatever.
Yeah, we're good. Just keep talking.
Do you think that same child, future wise, is gonna end up following that role? More than likely.
Children are sponges, you know what I mean? So, they see fucked up shit like that and they think it's normal and, that's the way life is and that's the way you do it and this and that. And,
right.
You know what I mean? So they're just going to take that and run with it. I think, and 9 times out of 10, that would be the scenario.
I can agree with that.
I mean, that's just my personal opinion, though. So
the only reason I would have like a test against it or whatever you would label it is because like a lot of my family were like alcoholics through the generations, and it was never really my thing. Like I'll drink, but I really don't like to. It's something I gotta weigh how I'm gonna feel later because I don't like it. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I feel it.
So I mean. It's like, oh shit, I gotta go drink with these motherfuckers. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, see, that's why I sit now. You know what I mean? Like
this, my camera got my beard and everything looking all like fucking glowing and shit, like I'm in some wizard movie. I gotta hold on. Let me find my settings. Something's not right in my settings. My face is all clear and smooth. You're distorted. Yeah, something's going on. But no, yeah, I definitely agree. I think 9 times out of 10, it would end up that way.
Right. Oh, my chick wants the link.
Tell her we ain't linking up with her.
I gotta send her the link, man. Like, it's not nice.
You say it's not nice?
I said it's not nice.
Why is that not nice?
I don't know. This sounded good.
My settings. There they are. Let me get them off the screen out y'all's way. See what the fuck I got going on here. Oh, there we go. Now I'm back to normal. It had like some touch up my appearance filter or some shit on it.
Right.
It was trying to make me look all beautiful. And there was too much beauty going on. So the shit was getting all fucking blurry and shit like that. But remember, like, share, and subscribe. We're talking about... You
turn your mic down, man. Like, you're loud as shit.
No, I'm not loud as shit. My mic was right in front of me. That's why. And I was leaning forward. But as I was saying, we was talking about relationships, like split-ups and effects on kids, and kids being used as pawns was actually the subject.
Right, yeah.
Which makes you a piece of shit. I'm gonna keep
Yeah, don't
saying that.
don't do that. Yeah, if you're a parent and you got kids involved and you guys split up, and don't be a vindictive parent.
No, just
Don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Like, even if you guys split up on bad terms,
Right, y'all gotta box it out. Go meet somewhere mutual without the kids.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's basically a good way to put that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
respectfully.
respectfully.
Right, not trying to offend nobody. Unlike
No, I mean, but there are piece of shit parents out there, though, that, all right, you guys split on bad terms, you know what I mean? But, some of them bad terms could have been caused by one parent or the other, you know what I mean? And,
right,
what's in the best interest for the child?
that's what
if the
should
person,
matter.
yeah, if the person is a piece of shit and a bad parent, you know what I mean? Like, what's best for the child in that scenario?
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
No, I'm with you all the way. I get it.
like, I just experienced, something, in my life. I don't really want to touch on the subject too much because I don't want to put nobody's business out there. But basically, it boiled down to, one of the parents got, children's services called on them.
Right.
You know what I mean? For bad housekeeping and, bad hygiene with your kid and, this and that. And yeah, and you're the custodial parent and you're not taking care of your kid, and, the kid wasn't at school, and, it was a bad scenario. The kid got taken away. You know what I mean? Like, children's services took the kid out of that environment because the environment was so horrendous.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's bad parenting.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Like, if you can't take care of yourself, what makes you think you're going to take care of a child?
But I've also seen. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've also seen kids took over shit like that being said, and it wasn't true.
Yeah. I mean, so have I. But I mean, this case scenario, I mean, it was true, and
right.
It ended up just being just messed up. You know what I mean? Like, now the child's sitting in foster care, and nothing's being done about it.
And nobody cares.
Oh, no. There's people that care, but it's a mountain of paperwork to get through.
And it's a process that can take months and years. And
yeah, to fix the situation.
Right. And after that, the damage is already done.
And now this child's out there, thinking nobody loves them because, nobody came for them. You know what I mean? But that's not the case.
Right. He just don't understand. He, she, whatever.
But I mean, that's bad parenting 101.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
remember, get in the comments, let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. We're just warming up. We're only about 20 minutes in or something like that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that bothers me a lot. You know what I mean? And or getting children's services called on you for false allegation.
Yeah, and then they're never off your back after that.
Yeah.
I ain't never experienced it myself,
like
but I've seen people experience it, and then people are like police.
Yeah. And, or, this one really pisses me off. All right. There'll be a situation where children's services needs to be called,
and
call them, and they don't do anything.
They don't do shit.
They don't do anything at all.
There was a lot of politics involved in that shit too, though.
That bothers me as well. And I don't know. The system's broken.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about this.
Ways and some bad ways.
Well, all right, let's talk about this real quick because the system is broken. All right, like your guy, you're a father of a child, and the system's so broke that no matter how good you're doing or how good of a father you are, the court system is going to side with the mother, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how
Well,
good or whatever you're doing.
Right. It's chauvinistic shit, but I don't want to get on that because then it's gonna get
Yeah, neither do
sexist
I,
and
but
shit like that. So
you know, that's just my personal gripe about
but from
it.
what
You
I
know what mean?
understand
So,
about that, Ohio's just real bad like that. I heard it's not like that everywhere, but usually at the end of the day, that's how it's gonna go.
yeah,
You know my situation and blase blase. I'm not gonna put nobody on blast or bring up my. I'm not even gonna say, but I went through.
I know the story. You
I
know,
went
but
through what you're speaking of, and yeah, and it didn't matter, and it didn't work out, and you've seen the outcome. So
yeah,
it's like,
you know, and it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, and that needs to change. You know what I mean? It's 2021 now, and you know, fathers have stepped up
majorly,
tenfold
and so
over the past 30 years or so. You know,
and
fathers
so,
have stepped up
yeah.
tenfold. You know what I mean? Like,
and I give women their props. They have jumped into the man's world and things of that nature and stepped up too. So,
right.
but yeah, no, I get what
But
you're
I mean,
saying.
like, all right, like back in the day, like, all right, say it's like 1980 something, and you know, you're with your chick and you guys split up in the 80s. You know, good luck if the dad comes back around. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, he checked out. That was that went to get a pack of beer or a pack of cigarettes joke.
yeah, I got to go get some milk.
Right.
You know, never came back.
See the motherfucker 80 years later or something like
Yeah,
that.
I mean that's how it used to be. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, there's still dads out there that do that. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, I would keep it 100, man. There'd be some days I'd be thinking about it, so I could lightweight understand it. I would never do it because, like I said, my situation and how I grew up. But don't get like fucked up.
Well, I mean, I think that's his parenting period. You know what I mean? Parenting gets stressful and hectic at points. You know what I mean? And
right.
You do kind of want to be like, all right, fuck this.
Right.
Let me go find something to do.
Like I'm out.
But I can't do that. I can't.
Right. No, I could never do it. I couldn't do it. Oh, on another note, I didn't mean to stop you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But we did lose a legend today. R.I.P. Biz Markie.
Yeah, I seen that.
I forgot.
But he was in the hospital for a minute.
Yeah, but on the flip side, like, he died from natural causes.
Yeah.
So,
I think he had health issues prior to that.
Yeah, I think he did his whole life or some shit like that. So, but yeah.
But man, they're just dropping, man. Like,
oh, we getting old, bro.
Yeah, that's what's going on. We're getting old.
I mean, we can't much say that about the rap scene now. Dropping each other. But
right, yeah.
Back to the parenting, yes.
Right. We're all over the place.
We always do. Remember, like, share, subscribe. We do this every Friday. And if you miss something, it's always online, so you can go back and watch what you missed.
Right. Yeah, but that parenting situation is kind of this. It's foul. Yeah. For people that do, the dumb shit like that. Yeah. That's foul.
I see it a lot, and I want to speak my mind, but the only problem is it ain't my business.
Well, I mean, what can you say?
I mean, now, if it's a friend or somebody close to me, yeah, I'm gonna speak my mind. Whether you're the one doing it or the one receiving it, I'll speak my mind and leave it at that. But when it comes to decisions and shit, it's their life. That's what they do. But my opinion is you're a piece of shit.
I will agree with you 100% on that. And don't get me wrong, man. It took me a long time to be a good dad. You know what I mean? Like, just to get it.
There ain't no fucking, how I like to put it. There is no way to tell. You can somewhat show somebody how to be a parent to an extent, I would say. Like, if your father or mother was around, maybe a little bit of them traits will rub off on you, morals and things of that issue. But times change every generation. There is no handbook or way to be a parent, if that makes sense.
Right. I feel that.
And
you know, but
everybody's situation is different, but I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to cut you off because
no.
it
Yeah,
took me about my first three kids and probably early to mid 30s before the bigger picture made sense to me and I realized what I was doing and the effect I was putting on my children or the morals I was showing them and
yeah,
things like
I
that.
will agree with that at 100%. I mean, because I fell in that same category.
What up, Alexander?
You know, it took a lot of trial and error and a lot of
And I still learn new shit.
yeah. What is the word I'm looking for here? It took me some deep soul searching, pretty much, to be like, okay, it's about the kid and not the other situation.
Oh,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? Like, and I know that sounds fucked up, but I mean, your shit's all fucked up.
Well, I even put sticky shit. It must be so hot that the double-sided sticky tabs ain't working.
That's better.
No, it's
And now you're out of focus.
I look better like this.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean,
Yes.
hey.
I was moving
All right, yeah,
too quick for
yeah, but I don't know. Like, there is no handbook for being a parent. You're right, and you just gotta want to say, buckle down and just dive in with that.
right. I mean, basically, you're trying to teach them what you were taught to the best of your knowledge. I actually made a post about this once, and you can only do what you know or what
Right,
you've learned from experiences or what you've seen growing up from your parents or whoever raised you, not for say just your parents.
right,
Like, see, I was always big on, even before I grew up and like the call when I became a parent. Like, I was always my kid's parent, but I wouldn't have really called that parenting to the T to where I'm at today.
right,
I was still doing some of my shit, setting bad examples and shit like that.
right. I
But
feel it.
they were younger then. But I would put it, I always was on, my kids hold doors open for people or please
Manners
and
and
thank
morals. Yeah,
you and things of that nature. Now, the other things are just that I try to teach them are experiences from my life, and I hope the best. Like, how do you say that? Like, hopefully I put you on the right path.
right,
Like, don't go out here shooting up the streets. I done did that. Not a good idea.
right,
Like, don't go out here doing this. Not a good idea. And if they do choose to do that, because I do also believe every person is their own person, they're going to make their own decisions. They're going to take in the good and the bad from each side of whoever is bickering what in their ear, and they're going to make that decision themselves.
oh, I feel it.
So, if
I,
they do choose to do something wrong, call me fucked up. I'm like, if you're going to do it right.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Or if I experienced it and fucked up, I'll be like, look, I done tried it that way. It don't work. Or it didn't work for me.
right.
So,
I mean, you can only give your child so much advice, and then you got to just set them free and hope for the best.
right.
I mean, everybody has to learn how to fly their own way.
Yeah. As shitty as it
And
sounds,
yeah,
everybody's their own individual.
and that is a kind of shitty situation, especially
Well,
nowadays. This is what bothers me. Kids nowadays, I got an adult child,
yeah, me too.
kind
A
of,
few.
you know what I mean? Like, but throwing them out in the world and be like, fly, you know what I mean? Like, how do you fly when you never experienced anything? I mean,
I do think, I don't want to get on generational shit, but I do think,
I mean, I didn't want to.
I think
that either,
every
but
generation, the older the generation, struggle more than the previous generation, or not previous, but then the generation after them. All right, for say like this, if you was born in the 70s, I was born in the 80s. You probably suffered more in the 70s than I did coming up in the 80s for the simple fact of like technology change and things like that. Everything's getting easier nowadays.
See, I've only experienced, 4 years of the 70s. So,
Right.
you
I
know what I
can't really
mean?
speak on the 80s. I got memories, but I was fucking born in 80s, so it was like I was 10 by the 90s.
But see, I could speak on the 80s because, I was,
I do remember a lot of shit, but I mean, as experiencing it as like a teenager or something like that, no.
86, I was 10, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah, I
can,
was 6 years old. Which
yeah,
is
I can vividly remember,
dusty
how the
ass.
80s were. Yeah, I am, but it's all right, you know. But yeah, I do remember that. And, just from the 80s to the 90s, the technological innovations were staggering,
Yeah.
like how things progress. And then the 90s to the 2000s, man, I just had music Tourette's. Cash Money
I hear
Records taking over
90s
from the
and
90s and
no,
2000s.
when I hear 90s, all I hear is banging on wax and a bunch of gang banging and drive-bys and low riders with day-ins. But that's just my PTSD is what I like to
Well,
call it.
that's my PTSD too. You know what I mean? Like that's all it
That
was.
playing basketball and the car comes up banging the system, you're like, oh, somebody's getting fucked up. That type of shit.
And see, I was a ball player, man.
Lights
So,
go off when the car's coming down the street, hit the deck.
I was always on the court, and I experienced that scenario a lot. And I have PTSD from it. Like, all right, I was shooting the West Side Shootout. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the basketball court, just snapping pictures and shit. And there's a lot of dope boys in the parking lot, and they come in banging, and I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down. You know what I mean? That's just that 90s mentality.
Reaction,
Yeah,
right.
that's that
Remember,
90s mentality in my head.
if you need any photo, video coverage, photo shoots, music videos, all that, get at us. Commercials for your business, any of that. Little jingles. Dre loves jingles.
Oh, fuck you.
Hit up Aslan.
But yeah, I can do it.
But yeah, no, I get that. I don't know how we got to that subject, but
Yeah,
children.
generational.
Right.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the advances from that point to that point were, mind-boggling. You know what I mean? Like we got the internet in the 90s, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, I'm older than the internet. I tell people that. They're like, what? I'm like, at one point there wasn't no internet, there wasn't no cell phone, there wasn't none of that. I'm like, there wasn't even a pager. I'm like, we was on rotary phones before there was a wireless phone,
yeah,
before there was a pager, that the pager before there was a cell phone. The cell phone was the fucking brick.
and if you wanted that cell phone, you were paying thousands of dollars for that brick ass cell phone.
I remember when pagers were around, we had to use to run to a phone. We was like, why don't they make a pager where you can call somebody back on it? And then when we was talking on the cell phones, we was like, why don't they make it like a picture on it so you could see the person you're talking to? And then all that shit happened. It's a fucking trip.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, but back to the parenting thing. Kids nowadays are born into easiness. Like everything is at a touch of a button, and
I think in
simple.
some aspects, yes. Other aspects, no. But living wise, yes. Like survival wise, yes.
Survival wise, no.
You don't think?
No. Like, all right.
I do when it like comes to eating, being sheltered, things of that nature.
If I throw my 18-year-old out in the world right now,
that's a different survival. I'm just talking about basic necessities. They've been nurtured. They've been.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. There is other things. That's why when they go out into the real world, shit's fucked up.
Like it's shocking. Like when you're in the real world now.
We was like 15, 16 trying to get emancipated and get a job. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It was like we got to go. We was drinking beers at 10.
Pretty much.
Riding in the back of pickup trucks and shit. No, I get what you're saying.
No, man. Like, but I think, growing up in the time we did, it prepared us a little better survival wise.
Somewhat
going out into the world. You know what I mean? Like,
But then you got to think of it this way. There's people of our generation or above our generation that can't use technology. So their survival rate just went down. I don't know how we got on the survival thing, but whatever.
Well, that's what we do.
Right. We just go off.
I mean, like,
get in the comments. Remember, let us know what you think.
Our transitions are so smooth.
Yeah.
We just be on it and, just switch it up.
It's because of music, bro. It's like we making a song almost. And then we be talking to each other like we ain't on live and then go back to, whatever.
But yeah, I'm just, man, I do feel sorry for the older, generation, like 2 generations above us, which would be my parents' generation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
can't use that technology and they don't care to, or they can't grasp the concept.
no, my parents are pretty tech savvy, as far as cell phones and texting and sending pictures and, video messages and stuff like that. I mean, they're pretty tech savvy with that, but there are people their age, in their age bracket, that have no clue how to do any of that.
Right.
Like, all right, like I got a old buddy, right? Like my man's is like in his early 60s, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he's not tech savvy at all, you know what I mean? Like he's still rocking the flip phone and
doing T9s and shit.
Yeah. You don't even send text messages. That's a phone call guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he has to call you and speak to you personally.
I know a couple of people like that. They can't text.
You know what I mean? Like, but he finally got it switched over to a touch screen phone, and he's lost now.
Right. Don't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
I feel that when the iPhone took away my home button, bro, I was fucked up in the game for weeks.
No, see, I try to stay up on my tech, you know what I mean? Just so I don't fall behind.
No, I mean, I ain't got no choice. Well, of course, all the video, picture shit we do, editing, fucking music, all the shit we did over the years. But every now and then there is some things, and I'm just like, why they had to touch it, bro?
Yeah.
Why they had to fuck it up?
Man, there's sometimes I get on Facebook and I'm just like, what the hell?
Facebook can do that a lot, though. They'll
Like,
make an update, and then 2 days later, they'll take it back.
Like, you'll be on there like, all right, what the hell is this?
Now we're on Tech 101. We done went all over the fucking place.
Hey, that's what's up, though.
Remember, like, share, and subscribe. This is episode 18. We do this every Friday at 11 o'clock.
It's one of them episodes.
Yeah. Remember, if you got something to talk about, hit us up or put it in the comments. Remember, sponsored by Asling Entertainment. Get at us for them pictures, videos, all that stuff.
We do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We do it pretty well, too.
Yeah, I ain't the one to toot my own whistle, but, the work's out there if you want to go look.
Right. It'd be like that.
Yeah,
all right, so we got anything else to say about the parenting situation there?
I think that pretty much sums up that one, because that can go a lot of different ways and it happens on both sides. But the moral of the story is, don't use your fucking kids as a pawn, whether you're a fucking mother, a father, whatever, 2 mothers, 2 fathers, however the fuck y'all do it. We don't discriminate.
Yeah, we ain't trying to offend nobody.
Right. Just don't use your kids as a pawn if y'all split up, because that shit can fuck a kid up.
That is shitty parenting. Yeah, don't do it.
And you a piece of shit for that. Other than that, like, share, subscribe. Smash that subscribe button on the screen. What was our second subject?
Stupid people and police.
I like this one. I watch a lot of these videos on TV and shit. And I'm like, I'll be like commentary in my head when I'm watching them. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't. Oh, you done got yourself fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. I get a lot of both sides on my timeline on my Facebook.
If somebody mashed a bunch of them videos together and then voice over them like a motherfucking football game or something, it would be the shit.
It would be funny. But all right, there's cause and effects to it. You know what I mean? Like we were talking earlier, and you said, there's certain things you just don't do around cops. Like you're not gonna get pulled over and then start reaching into center council and
Right. Not just cops, just people. Period. Different.
yeah,
depending on their career.
That's a good way to get fucked up. You know what I mean? But no, I see these videos. People getting arrested. And they want to fight the cops and do this and that, and then expect no repercussions from the situations they're in.
No, because then you're at more charges, and you're probably gonna get beat up legally.
You know what I mean? Like that's just.
And then you're gonna be in the courtroom looking like Willie Lump Lump trying to play victim. Even though
and nowadays everything is recorded. The second people see somebody getting arrested by the cops, they're pulling out a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all documented.
People get the editing and shit, the twist shit too, though.
Well, our media does that a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't give you the full scenario on the story. You know what I mean? They'll omit certain parts of the video.
Right.
To make it seem.
That's a whole nother story.
Like something else,
about. Yeah. Right.
But yeah, dumb people and repercussions, man. Like.
Yeah. It's like watching a lion in a cage and you see somebody go in there and get fucked up. Why the fuck would you go in that cage knowing that you can get fucked up like the last person?
I just seen a video like that. And I swear to God, all right, this girl, I don't know what fucking zoo this was and how the hell she got over that gate or whatever, but it wasn't a good enclosure. You know what I mean? Like, if she got over the gate that easy, that lion could get out.
All I want to know is, did she know at that moment that she fucked up?
You would think, but no. She's just like, hey, big kitty, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like, and the lion's just looking at her like, wait a second. Wait, is
so
this
even
real?
The lion was confused.
Yeah, the lion was shocked.
It was like
wait a second, is this for real?
Did
somebody really climbed over?
This bitch don't watch YouTube videos or something? She ain't got a Facebook.
That's crazy to me. Like, how you do that? And what made you think you could go pet the lion?
All I want to know is, did she get fucked up?
No, they got her out of there.
The lion.
But the lion
was stunned.
Yeah, I think the lion was seriously shocked.
He was like, this bitch know I can eat her or swipe her head off.
If she did get attacked and mauled and chewed up, she deserved that. That's natural selection.
Yes, most definitely.
That is natural selection. You deserve what you got.
You don't go jumping in a motherfucking cage with a lion.
Shit, I mean, there's a few videos like that, man. Like, there was this one overseas, like...
I watched them cats on TV get fucked up. Then Sigmund and Freud get fucked up by a tiger.
Yeah, they did.
On live TV.
No, this one was funny. Like, dude, they had the lions in the cage, right?
Right.
Then they had this little step over fence that you could step over to...
And get smacked in your face.
Right, yeah. All right, so, dude steps over the little fence. He's right up at the cage with the lion. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go pet the lion. Right? He stuck his arm in the cage and got that joint mauled. Like, he deserved
the one that kept jerking
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
He deserved what he got.
Yeah, and they got his arm out and it was all like, yeah.
Yeah, like, what did he think was going to happen?
He thought he was going to pet the big kitty, bro. He said, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, I swear to God, people be high.
I think media plays role in brainwashing, and the reason I say this, because if you see somebody like, for say, when it's a cop situation, I think a lot of more people think the media give people more power in their head than what they have.
Right.
And like, for say, we, or not us in general, but us as a people, we see the media, saying, this innocent person got killed by a cop, this innocent person got killed by a cop. So now the average citizen might think, okay, the cops ain't going to kill nobody because regardless of what you do, they're going to look bad if they kill you. So therefore it gives people more of a mind frame to think that when they're getting arrested, they could be like, "Don't touch me like that," or "Don't do like that," or they think they could do what they want, and the cop can't hurt them? Or is it people are just not giving a fuck?
No, I think it comes down to, they think they're untouchable because,
Of what
the
the
cops have
media-
gotten such bad press now that,
I mean, don't
well,
get me wrong. There's some piece of shit cops that abuse their power, just like there's racist cops on
like I
all
said, I
sides
get, I
and
get,
all
I
that
get, I
shit.
get both
But
sides of the
there's-
story on my news feed. You know what I mean?
There's,
So,
it probably sounds funny coming out my mouth, but they're cops. There's cops that do their job and do what they're supposed to do too.
and we know a few of those.
Right. So
You know what I mean? And those are good cops.
Right.
But if you're a cop and you're abusing your power, you know what I mean? You're a piece of shit.
Right.
Straight up.
I agree.
I don't have nothing against our justice system. I don't.
Right.
But, I have been harassed in the past, for nothing.
Salute to the
And then
ones
I
that
and,
do
and
their
then
job.
and then I've been harassed for running my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, so
I got a lot of my problems because I always scream "fuck the police." We all know.
I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
right. So I cause my own problems.
so I mean, like, you've seen me in some of those situations,
I know
where
I tried to shut you up because I knew what the repercussions we was about to get.
and I'm just running my mouth, and it gets me in trouble.
Yeah.
But this is my thing with cops. You are a man or a woman, and you get up and you go to work just like everybody else,
Right. Get
and
dressed, all that shit.
you can't talk to people any damn way you want.
No.
And 9 times out of 10, that's my
But
problem.
that's taking that power to your head is like what I was saying. So
And nine times out of 10, that's my problem. You start talking to me any old way you want to talk to me, I'm gonna give you the same back. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
because like I said, at the end of the day, you're a man or a woman, putting your pants on one leg at a time, like the rest of us, and you got to respect people to get respect.
Right. Regardless of who they are.
Right, man. Just leave the camera alone, man.
Hey, don't
Like,
fuck. I got OCD. Don't judge me.
I know it's getting to you, but
It's moving.
it's keep moving.
I'm gonna compensate for that.
Like,
But no, I get what you're saying. I got a cop that's a neighbor about 4 or 5 houses up the street.
right.
And he rides by, checks up the deuces all the time.
Good dude.
His old lady used to watch my review show. You know what I'm saying? He's got family that lives across the street from me. I don't never see that man fuck with nobody, bro, unless he absolutely has to.
Right. I mean, and cops are.
And he knows my past, you know what I mean?
Here's my thing, man. Like, our justice system is a little
Rusty.
messed. Yeah, it's a little messed up and dated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
Cops
rusty.
aren't meant to be executioners.
No.
You know
They're
what I mean?
supposed to
But
be civil servants.
they are. But I mean,
They're supposed to be peace officers.
if their lives are in danger, that is the only time they are, permitted to draw their weapon. If they feel they are seriously in danger.
Right. As if
You know what I
we
mean?
all have the right. We should.
Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just think, over the years, it just got trigger happy.
Yeah.
Everything everything is dangerous.
Some states have acknowledged that though. Like some states have laws now that if a cop is putting your life in danger, you could kill the cop.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Well, no, I don't. But what if you get a crooked cop and he trying to take you out for real for no reason?
Yeah,
You got to be.
man, that's a hard.
Yourself.
That is a hard situation. I mean,
Well, yeah,
right.
but I'm just saying.
God damn, I don't want to bring race into this, but me as a black man, I cannot do it.
Kill
You know
the
what I mean?
cop.
Like, I can't do it. I'm a take the bullet, man. Like, I can't do it because then that makes me look bad in society's eyes.
I kind of went through that. Not about like killing a cop or nothing like that, but when they had my cousin in the mud puddle under the
Yeah.
water, and I heard him gurgling for his voice, and it was just me, my cousin, and that cop. By the grace of God or whoever, I was pleading with the cop at this moment because you hear when somebody's out of air, drowned
Yep.
in, so to speak, type of shit like that. It's just a weird. You could tell when somebody's in distress.
Right.
And it got to the point where I was about 5-10 feet from the cop, and I'm punching my hand. I punched my hand so bad that I bruised my palm. I kept punching, and I'm yelling. I'm like, please get the fuck off of him. But like I'm erratic, and
Right,
I'm in my
yeah.
head, and I'm like, do I kick this cop off of him? And I look like the bad guy, even though we were in the right. And then these cops show up and shoot our asses, and probably no disrespect to APD, but they would have probably shot me, the cop there, and my cousin all in one pile since we would have been balled up at that moment.
Right.
But for whatever reason, Perry, we all know Perry,
Right.
and the chief of police came from both sides. And for some reason, just because I know Perry, because of the shit I used to do, and he used to chase us all around, fucking, I started pleading with him, and he went over there and got dude off my cousin. But if it would have been a split second later, it could have been a whole different type of outcome. Because I think at that moment, I would have attacked the cop. Not
Most
by
definitely.
choice.
Yeah.
Not
No.
by
No.
choice.
I totally understand where you're
Not
coming
by
from.
choice, but I would have been trying to save my family, is the way I was looking at it. Like I thought something seriously bad was about to go wrong.
And I agree with that. You know what I mean? Like in that situation, in a life-threatening family situation, or hell, even in a life-threatening friend
Or
situation.
do I let that something bad go wrong and have to live with it the rest of my life, knowing I could have stopped
Either way,
it?
either way, you have to live with both scenarios.
Right. So
You know what I
it's
mean?
like, but
That's a tough situation, man. But all right. This is what kills me about these situations. All right, you got stupid people doing stupid stuff with the cops, right?
right.
And like I said, cops aren't executioners, and they're not supposed to be.
But knowing they can get fucked up when they do it.
Right. All right. Cops have so many non-lethal weapons they could use
That'll stop most people.
that stop most people. You know what I mean? Like they got the pepper spray, they got the taser, they got the rubber bullets, they got the
Right. But other situations, like I could justify, like say like the subject has a knife and they're stabbing other people or trying to stab you, or if
put them down.
Or if they got a gun, they point it at you. They even start to lift that bitch. Not even. Why give them the chance to point it at you? Because you as a man, if you got something on you and somebody starts to lift one, you're going to shoot too.
All right, I gotta stop on that one. Because there's been fucked up situations like that, all right, where cops have ran up on somebody with a loaded weapon. And all right, I've seen this one on Facebook. I mean, a lot of material comes from there. Dude was suicidal, right? And
well, then that's a fucked up situation.
No, but let's listen to the story. All right, my man's was suicidal, and he went out and he was on a bridge and he had a loaded weapon, and I do believe it was on a bridge. So that's what I remember anyways. But he had the gun, and one officer pulled up to the situation, because they said somebody's out there waving a gun around, you know what I mean? Like, and instead of the officer immediately drawing his weapon, he talked to him, and found out what was going on, and in that talking to him, he, found out that the guy was suicidal, and I do believe it was a
but
vet.
dude probably wasn't pointing a gun at him or not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
See, there's stipulations, I think, according to situations.
But all right, the plot twist of this story is, the other officers showed up
and wanted to shoot him.
Wanted to take him out. You know what I mean? And, you know, he had already talked the guy down and, you know, got the gun away from him and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I've seen situations where cops been shot at and they don't even shoot at the motherfucker, but they still get him.
You know, but long story short, here's the plot twist to this story. The cop got back to the, you know, police station and, you know, the chief of police was like, why didn't you shoot him? Why didn't you pull your gun out and shoot him? You know, he had a weapon, you know, that was your life on the line. Why did you pull the trigger?
Right.
You know, I mean, but that's not, and instead of going straight to manslaughter, you know, he chose compassion.
But
you know,
that
and
depends on the person too, though. The cop in general. You gotta think of that.
you know, like that's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, like there was that was an oddball, you know, exception to the rule, but
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of situations like that actually.
You gotta assess the situation and
But
you know, make a judgment call on that though.
Right. I think you also gotta be a ballsy motherfucker though if somebody's, you know, pointing a gun at you or something in that nature and you don't try to off them.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're street cop, what you are. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
it kind of
different. I've seen a lot of things in my day, I guess.
I feel it, you know what I mean? I do. But you know what I mean, like I said, there are exceptions to the rules and
well, yeah, but some people have that connection too, and some people like different people have different morals. Like a lot of cops don't never want to kill nobody in their life. They hope they never have to do that.
Well, I mean, that's a very psychological thing, man. Like,
yeah, you got to live with that the rest of your life.
And you know that causes trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that causes mad trauma. All right, I'm looking up something real quick. Bear with me.
Remember, like, share, subscribe every Friday on GraveYard Shift at 11 p.m. with Desyple Nite, aka Dusty
and Dirt.
Remember, if you got something you want to talk about, throw it in the comments. Or if you want to get in on what we're talking about, get in the comments.
Let us know.
Right. What you looking up?
How much training our officers get?
I do believe we need to. I'm not saying. Well, I think it should all be like. I think a police officer, I guess is how I would put it, in my opinion, should be like. Should go through psychological training, kind of like a counselor and shit of that degree. I don't know exactly what you call it.
A lot of places, foreign places, do that.
And then I think they should also be taught to deal with different walks of life, like for say, like mentally ill people and things of that nature, so they know the signs.
Those ones bug me. Those ones bug me a lot. Like
because I've seen
those pop up on my timeline a lot.
Yeah,
too.
I've seen a lot of mentally ill people be killed over shit that they weren't even doing. They was just like either having a high blood sugar, like for people's insulin being off, bro. I've seen that.
Oh yeah, that could make you
out
real fucked up. Yeah,
and ends up getting killed. But
you know,
yeah, I think a cop should be all around something in the world of a lawyer, a cop, and a fucking like whatever you call them, a shrink counselor.
So we need
be able to
college
deal
degrees.
with a doctor, all that shit.
All right, I don't believe you should be able to come out of high school and be a police officer.
No. Why the fuck do I go to college and for 4 to 8 to 12 years to get a music degree when I've been doing this my whole life and I'm a professional at it, right? But you're telling me for you to protect and serve my whole fucking community and have the authority to kill somebody if the situation's right and everything else, you can go do for like 6, 8, 12-week training?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it boils down to.
Like, I'm not bagging, the people that do it because there's good and bad, like I said. But yeah, that is a crazy thought.
You know what I mean? That I do believe there just needs to be more training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you should not be able to come out of high school and go, I'm going to the police academy.
No, definitely not. You should have to have a degree for some shit like that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm not knocking no police because a lot of people do what they're supposed to do and they put their life on the line.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for them doing their job when they do it properly.
Yeah.
When they do it properly, I mean, they are much needed.
Right.
When you're abusing power or, you know, just being an asshole, just to be an asshole,
Yeah.
there's a problem with that.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't
And
know.
this is my thing, man. They teach that cop mentality in police training. Because like all the videos, man, all the cops are the same. Like every single one of them is the same.
Like a Hollywood script.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. They're giving all the cops the same script, and you just got that police mentality.
Right.
You know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee every cop you come across has sounded exactly like they do.
Well, yeah.
Just the way they talk, the way they move, the way they,
all
yeah,
that. Yeah, you could tell.
It's scripted. Like,
I mean, I could tell plain clothes.
Yeah, so could I.
So I mean, haircuts. That's kind of funny thing too. Sometimes, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Haircuts, the mustache.
Right.
What is with that dumb 70s mustache that all the cops have? What
Everybody
is that?
want to be blue streaks or whatever you call it.
Like, man, that kills me.
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, cops is funny.
Yeah.
People are funny.
But there's just some things you don't do, whether the cop is right or wrong, unless you really want to prove a point and take that chance. And I think,
even if I'm getting stopped on the street, I'm not reaching in my pockets. I'm not.
Oh, dude.
Doing none of that.
Maybe from the streets we was a little different, because I know as soon as the cop pulls up, you make sure your hands are visible. I don't care if you're walking or you're in a car. You don't move fast. None of that shit. And I'm not saying it's over fear that I might get shot, but he might snatch me up, body slam me, jerk me up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just how it was around here back then.
No, but I've seen some young cats get pulled over, right?
There's like a format that you go through when you see a cop. You already know what you got to do when he comes.
Yeah, but all right, here's the thing, man. Like, I've seen some young cats get pulled over, you know, and I've seen it a few times. And, you know, if that officer asked you to get out of the car, which, you know, in a few of these, you know, scenarios, they did. And the cats have their hands in their pockets, and, you know, they're, what are you doing, man? Like, are we not teaching our youth not to do that?
Or, like I said, is the media making our youth feel like they have more power because of certain situations that
you know, I mean, growing up when we grew up, you know, I'm not doing it.
No.
And I've been stopped walking, you know, multiple times, and, you know, second I see the cop come at me, my hands is out of the pocket.
Bro, if I get pulled over, my hands are already on the steering wheel, or I'll have one on the door and one on the steering wheel, like I'm driving, or
you know what I mean? Like,
they say, "Can I see your ID?" I ain't never been no bitch, and if I think something's wrong, they know I speak my mind. But when they're like, "Can I get your ID or registration?" I'll be like, "It's over there. Can I grab it?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
do the same thing.
Like, I don't know, maybe
thing.
that's just my paranoia, but I'm like, look, bro, it's over here. Watch me. I'm going to open this compartment right here. But nowadays, most of my vehicles, it's right on the center console, so I can point. But I record every stop, too, just because.
Well, I mean, you have to now.
Right. But
like, you really have to.
But I don't really get pulled over, but I will say a lot of it's because I don't do 90% of the shit I used to do either, so.
You know,
but they still
that too, and I think you know, they're starting to recognize us and what we drive, and, you know, they see us out and about now. And
oh yeah, bro, because I'm on a big old fucking billboard. I'm 26s, so I know they see me.
You know what I mean? So,
and they know.
But I mean, we've been at a lot of events where, you know, cops have been, and, you know, pretty much ever since that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get fucked with too much.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean, which is kind of cool.
But yeah, on the whole subject of people doing shit in general, that there's an effect to, a cause and effect, like we were saying. I don't know. I think there's too much of a safety net nowadays. Like, nobody told these people that you don't jump in the cage with the lion and go over the gate. The gate's there for a reason.
Yeah, I don't think they care. You know, I mean, like that's
So
what it
then,
seems
should
like to me now.
anybody? So everybody's like, "Well, fuck it, it's natural selection, so we're not gonna teach them any better."
You know, that's what I feel it is.
That's fucked
You
up,
know,
bro.
but oh man, that's a hard one to come by. You know, I mean that's a hard thing to say. You know, I mean, I don't want to say it's natural selection because there are some sketchy ass cops, man. Like, and
But I do kind of get it. No, but it's not just like cops, and I'm just talking about shit in general. Like,
okay,
you see people do dumb shit that other people get fucked up by, and they still do it, and it's never worked for nobody. So why the fuck are you gonna do it? What gives a person that train of thought? Like, hey, I just watched this
because
dude.
they
I
think they
just
can.
watched this dude climb up the fucking Eiffel Tower and fucking swan dive off it into the cement. Well, he didn't make it, so maybe I can do it better.
They think they're better. They think they could do it better and, you know, manipulate the situation. But it don't work out like that. Like if you're going out like that, you know, you climb in the Eiffel Tower and you swan dive off that bitch.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a little extreme, but
I mean, but all right, it's like our parents and grandparents used to say, or you know, if you see somebody jump off a bridge, you go jump off with them.
yeah, but people are jumping off with them now.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah,
drinking the Kool-Aid.
yeah.
That's kind of my point.
Oh man, that's I don't know, man. Like
And
that's
me, I'm like, how do I put this? If the motherfuckers like drink the Kool-Aid, I'm like, well, you drink it first, motherfucker, since you stand behind it.
I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid.
No, you gonna drink it first, motherfucker, and I want to see what it does to you, and then maybe I'll drink the Kool-Aid.
If you drink the Kool-Aid and you know I see what happens to you, I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, not if you get fucked up from the Kool-Aid. No, Kool-Aid ain't for me, bro. Nice try.
Yeah, I don't think they know what we're talking about because you know
We're talking about like, share, and mash that subscribe button. No.
subscribe,
Right.
subscribe.
Remember, get in the comments. Let us know what we're talking about, what you talking about. We want to know your thoughts
They
too.
talking about what up though.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I know that's the only thing they talking about though.
And remember, if you got something you want to talk about, let us know, or something you think we should speak on. We speak about all and anything, and we do this every Friday at 11 p.m. on GraveYard Shift
Yay!
with Dusty and Dirt,
Dusty
aka
and Dirt.
Desyple Nite. Nah, I mean, I don't know, bro. I think most people are easily.
I think a lot of things boil down to natural selection now. Like, all right,
But what
for
is
instance,
natural selection? Though?
no, not natural selection. Look, all right, you had somebody go online and gobble a Tide Pod. Then you had other people follow them, gobbling up Tide Pods. That's natural selection. You gobble that Tide Pod, you deserve what you got.
Or is it the big R word?
Is it?
Is it a mental problem, you think?
It might be, man. No, it's not.
Because I
It's
think
more-
about that too. We was all different growing up. Now all the different people are like ADHD and all this other shit they label, and they put them on a bunch of meds. Now by the time this child's grown,
They grow up to eat Tide Pods.
Well, drugs have side effects. Either that or they're the crack babies from the 90s. I think that's a lot of the problems too.
Could be, man. Like
I think that's what's wrong with some of this music nowadays.
like my 7-year-old knows not to eat the Tide Pods.
Right.
They ain't candy. Like, I mean, like, did your parents not teach you that you don't eat those?
But my 3-year-old, bro, I swear to God, I'm like, don't do that. You're gonna get fucked up. Don't do that. You're gonna get fucked up. Don't do that. You're gonna get fucked up. No, I'm not. Don't do that. You're gonna thump. And then look, 5 minutes later, same exact place, same thing. Don't do that. You're gonna get fucked up. You just got fucked up last time. You about to get fucked up. No, I'm not. And I'm like, bro.
That's how these people remind me of. Like they're 3-year-olds.
I'm like, why do you keep doing that? Like, my little girl, I swear she thinks she a boy. She all scabbed and marked up, bro. She wakes up,
She's wild.
she
She's
wakes up
wild.
and comes sliding across the floor and just road rashing herself. Then be like, man, then be like, look, I fucked myself up. And like, and be 100 all day like that. And I'm just like, I'm in the corner and I'm like,
Man, your little girl got a bad rep, man. Nobody wants to take her. Nobody wants to babysit her.
she wild, bro.
Like, how you got a Devo little girl?
But I'm starting to think like it's like something in the water or something nowadays or something like, or is it natural selection or just some people fucked up like that in the head? No disrespect to anybody that is, it ain't your
I
fault.
mean, it could be, man, but I mean, a lot of these cats was born in the 90s. So I mean, it could be them 90 factors, playing a role
they
in
was
that.
eating Tide Pods, bro.
Tide Pods.
Everybody knows all that shit like that's poison. I mean, I get it. We got meth.
I mean, you got bleach
and shit
and detergents and all kinds of stuff, nasty chemicals in those Tide Pods.
And these are the same people that was talking about you drank out of a water hose as a kid. Yeah, but I wasn't eating Tide Pods and bleach and shit, bro.
Like, oh my God, that causes an instant burn in your mouth.
I'm blaming it on the mothers that was on dope in the 90s having babies.
I mean, these are the same motherfuckers doing the cinnamon challenge and, damn near killing themselves.
You gonna choke to death, bro.
Yeah.
I watched that shit and started choking on my spit.
Hey, try to swallow the cinnamon. No. Like, who does that?
And inhale.
Oh my God. Like, I'm surprised a lot of people didn't die from that.
Bro, I almost died trying to eat cinnamon on like toast and shit.
Like, I mean,
so I don't
you
know.
breathe that shit in wrong and it's fucking you up.
Yeah, you're fucked up. You think you're dead or you're gonna die.
Like, I don't get it, man. Like, okay. I don't get it.
It's got to be a mental deficiency.
I think it has a lot to do with social media, though, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
So motherfuckers, I believe that a lot, too, because I believe a lot of these rappers killing each other is over clout.
I mean, is clout worth chasing that bad that you have to kill somebody over it?
Well, let's speak about this. We got a whole... Please don't come after me, because my chick got some big things. I'll just leave it at that. But we got a whole generation of rappers that are serial killers. Literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not no pretty much. They are. And they're getting away with it. Most of them. They get killed before they ever get caught up for their bodies.
I think it's the media, too. The media is glorifying it.
Well, yeah, it's news. That's
and who cares about another dead rapper?
Want to get away with murder, kill you a rapper?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it boils down to. Like, who cares about another dead rapper? We ain't solved Biggie and Tupac's deaths, man. Come on now.
But we got all these forensics and shit.
Come on now, man.
And both of them happened in the biggest places with cameras and shit everywhere.
Right, but nobody seen nothing, right?
Right, but I can't rob an extra penny out the casino without you busting my ass.
Like, I mean, come on, man. Like,
yeah, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's not, because we'll be on that for a minute.
Right.
But I mean, that's what it boils down to, man. Like, you want to get away with something, kill a rapper, like you said.
But my point is, like, I don't know how to put it, bro. You saying it's the media, but you're still making that choice at the end of it. So you're telling me people are willing to lose their life over being cool on social media.
Yeah.
That's another thing. They whacking cats on live now.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, all right. Back to
them peoples.
Yeah, back to what I was saying. All right, this is why I say it's the media. All right, you got all these little baby, little somebody rappers, and they're all doped up. I mean, it ain't weed dope, but I mean, like they on hard shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the next little somebody, says, hey, they're doing that. Let me do it. You know what I mean? And so on and so on and so on. And Now you got all these crackhead rappers. It ain't even crackheads. They I can't even call them crackheads. They're
bashing rappers.
like I don't even know what to call them, man. Like, but it went in a cycle. Like we used to, rap about dope boys and being the dope boy and being the plug. Now they rapping about being the fiend.
Yeah, I get
you
that.
feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I get that. They're promoting it.
Yeah.
But still, at the end of the day, like some of the actions they take, you would think with that amount of money and that stature, they wouldn't want to take a chance to lose all that or jeopardize
They don't
that
care.
or lose their life.
They don't care.
How do you
matter of fact, I think they're so high, half the time on whatever they're, taking. Xanax seems to be the thing that's taking them out a lot too. I think they're just so high on whatever they're on that they just don't give a fuck no more.
Like, you telling me you rich and you like, I'm about to fuck all this up or die.
Yep.
What
Watch some interviews with the little somebodies.
I've watched all that shit. I see this shit. I be watching the Chirac shit too, and them cats is just offing each other every fucking other day.
Like just look how they act and look.
And then they going into songs and no disrespect to any of y'all drill rappers or not, but a lot of the songs, them motherfuckers is so cocky. They talk about their hits and shit and by
snitching on themselves.
Right.
They don't care.
What gets you into that mind frame, bro? Like
social media.
When you got that much motherfucking money and you came
social media clout chasing.
You came from the gutter and you ready to throw it all away or possibly die for
they need likes and follows.
Well then maybe social media should be put at fault for some things.
Like they need likes and follows. Like you said, clout chasing.
I'm about to go bust his muffin back so I can get a couple thousand likes on fucking Facebook.
I mean, you feel what I'm saying?
No.
How do you not feel what I'm saying? Like that's what
I'm
it is.
hearing what you're saying, but bro, I'm not going motherfucking take somebody out, make a song about it, go live with it for some likes and follows. What the fuck is that getting me?
My God, we grew up in it. We grew up in a different time.
So now you're telling me above all things in the world, these little likes and follows are more important than anything else.
That's what drives our youth now. Likes and follows.
I'll make t-shirts.
Go up to a little teenager, on Instagram or whatever.
Make t-shirts that say likes and follows.
And ask them about their likes and follows and how many likes and follows they get on a daily basis.
I get it because we deal with that shit with ratings and all that shit.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not pressed about the likes and follows. I'm not, because I grew up in a different time period.
Right.
You know what I mean? Likes and follows don't get me off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but I don't get what the benefit of the likes and follows.
I do like you guys' likes and follows. Follow me.
Like, share, and mash that subscribe button. He bullshit. But no, I get what you're saying. But what is so special about them likes and follows that is worth more than your life?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
What do them likes and follows benefit you or get you? It gets a lot of people killed, I notice, when it comes to music and shit.
All right. Let's talk about personal. All right. I took some spectacular pictures. Right?
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Yeah, we go put this out there. Right? I took some spectacular ass pictures. And you can't tell me I didn't. Like, I got a shit ton of likes on them. You know what I mean? I did. But, nobody said anything on them. I felt some type of way.
People don't really comment much, period,
I know.
nowadays.
I know.
Might be labeled a dick rider or something like that.
I know, but I felt some type of way about that. Yeah, I got plenty of likes on the pictures, and that was cool. But, I like when people say something about my work. You know what I mean?
You like feedback.
I like feedback. I do. You know what I mean? And with nobody saying anything, I didn't feel like I accomplished what I set out to accomplish. Yeah, I got the likes, I got the hearts, I got the, whatever's,
Well,
but
now I make you go harder.
yeah, and it does, because I want acknowledgement. And I think that's what it boils down to with the youth. They want acknowledgement. And, if they do something dumb and stupid, they're going to get a shit ton of likes and followers.
If they make it through it.
If they make it through it. You know what I mean? So
it's one hell of a fucked up, brainwashed ass syndrome.
I mean, don't you? All right, I've seen this cartoon on Facebook a lot, and it's the social media, warping your brain cartoons or comic strip.
All this shit in TV, you can go back to patents, like TV and shit was all made by like government organizations that try to portray something. It's more or less to brainwash you. It's an experiment.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know you heard this growing up. Watching that TV so much, it's gonna warp your brain.
Yeah, kind of like the American Dream they showed us on all the TV shows and picket fences, and everybody had no money problems and all that. Yeah, no, that shit ain't real.
Yeah, I mean,
they just wanted us to strive for that and feel like we was failing all the time.
Now I want to be that parent that goes, social media is gonna rot your brain.
Yeah,
and it's made people stupid.
Literally,
it's made people stupid. I'm not knocking social media. I'm not, but it's made everything too easy, and it made people stupid. Like everybody is a zombie in their phone as we speak right now. You know what I mean?
People live in the social media world.
That's what I'm saying. They have to see what's going on Facebook next. They have to see what's going on Instagram.
They think it's more real life than their life. Like people don't see them in real life.
Yeah, I feel it.
So, I mean, remember, like, share, subscribe. We do this every Friday. Get in the comments. You want to get in on the conversation, or you got a subject you want to talk about, throw it out there. No, I don't know.
People have gotten better about that too. Getting in the comments and.
Well, a lot of people won't let comment. I think they got to go to actual YouTube, have an account, some shit. I don't know how it works.
Right.
But we 18 episodes in, still doing it and fucking up from time to time.
Well, I mean, we fuck up all the time, so.
Yeah, that's what makes the show anyway.
They just want to see what we're gonna fuck up next.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get the importance of how you would weigh a like what makes the like or share more valuable than a life or a. That's kind of like the syndrome nowadays where like if somebody sees somebody in a car accident or somebody drowned and they'll pull their phone out and record it to get views and likes on social media instead of trying to save that person's life.
Yeah, I wish I could answer that for you, man. Like I honestly do, because
I mean, regardless, it's gotta be people are brainwashed for one. That's a given.
Yeah, I don't.
When you're humanity, when you pick likes over humanity, then you're wired pretty fucked up. Needless to say.
I need all the likes. I need all the likes, all the hearts.
Said, I don't even want the likes. I want the hearts, motherfuckers. Give him the hearts. Get one off like, and he ever goes on a serial killer binge, you might be the one.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, like I said, the likes don't do it for me. But like I said, we grew up in a different time period, so I'm a feedback kind of person. Right. I like to know what people think about certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, I do too. But you don't get a lot of that nowadays. I told you, they label that dick ride.
But they can smash the like button a million times.
Yeah.
That's still dick ride.
Yeah, well, people can't see all the time who liked it either, so.
Yeah, I feel it.
So it's kind of like they want to be cool too, but they don't want the other people to know that they want to be cool.
Is that how it works?
In a nutshell, it's like it's a metaphor. Is how I was trying to put it, like metaphorically speaking. Like,
I
cause
don't like
like
it.
you'll get a lot of people nowadays that like something, whether it be artwork, whether it be music, whether it be a podcast, whether it be some clothes, say locally, for instance.
Right.
They might like it, but the people they hang around might not like that person. So regardless if they like it or not, you know, they homie is like, fuck that cat. They can't say I like it because then they homie gonna be like, why you dick riding?
Right.
Shit like that, you know what I mean? So a lot of undercover love out there, and we know y'all love us, but we love y'all too. Even when y'all don't love
My
us.
chick hit me up and said, the only heart you need is mine.
She said, you better not be getting no hearts, motherfucker. Say, get somebody stabbed up
Oh,
in
that's
this
funny.
bitch. That's
But
funny.
yeah, but she listened to the show at work right now.
That's funny.
Oh, that's too funny.
Right.
But yeah, I don't see what the appeal is, and I don't see how that makes you do certain things, but it does. You know what I mean? And I just don't get the thought process behind it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get where the value's at. Okay, say for instance, you got your heart, whatever. You got your like share, and you got like whatever your comments, people speaking
Right.
their opinions, right? Now, the only benefit I see to any of that shit, I see comments good for businesses for feedback. I see, likes and shares good for like, promoting marketing and shit like that. But when it comes to like, if you're out committing crimes, or if you're doing something outrageously stupid that could end your life or something like that, just to put it on social media, how that's not benefiting your career, that's not gonna help you nothing, or if you die, for instance.
But that's how they do it, and
That's why. But what I'm saying is, they're going through all that. I don't get what the value of weighing that against that. I don't get how these likes and shares, I guess, hold. Once you get them,
it's the new clout. They can go, look, I got all these likes and shares and this and that on this video I did doing this dumb shit.
Stop right there. So then you're saying, look at me, right?
Right.
This is what I'm showing people. Like, it's like me saying, hey, I am kind of proud of this stuff, so I'm gonna brag. But anyways, I could be like, hey, I got 5,000 something followers on Facebook or something, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
4,000 friends, or I got almost 3K subscribers on YouTube or whatever, right?
Right.
Now you're saying not us, but the general people nowadays. If I was to tell you that we're two different general people, that's how you define me as a person now.
Yeah.
Not
Straight
by
up.
my actions or what we do,
Not
or
by your
how we
actions.
talk, but
How many
what I
likes
just showed
and
you.
shares? Yes. How many likes and shares you got? Man, I tell people I got co-host a show with you, right?
Right.
And I tell them how many plays our show gets, here and there, and they're like, wow, that's amazing. I got to go check out the show and subscribe to you and give you all the likes and shares. You know what I mean? Like,
that's their giving back.
Yeah, that's their giving back. But I mean,
so
they're impressed by those likes and shares. You know what I mean? They are impressed by them. You tell somebody you got such and such followers, you tell somebody you got all these likes, you got all these followers, that's status now.
But you could do that without ever leaving the house, bro.
Yeah, and that's what they do. But I mean, they do and they don't.
Then your real life, does that mean your real life's online?
Yeah.
And reality is just fake to you?
Nowadays, yeah.
That's fucking trippy. So you're ready to go out
and get reality has become a video game for people now. It's like an RPG now. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, life's always been an RPG though, a role playing game.
yeah, but well, I thought they knew what that meant, but all right.
I put it out there just because not everybody.
Yeah, I feel it, but you know, I feel that's how they're treating it now. You know, so when they go out in
but you
real
ain't
life,
spawning. You ain't.
yeah, but when they go out in real life, they don't care. You know what I mean? That's how they treat it.
But
you know, it's an RPG.
Bro, that's okay.
It's like Call of Duty to them.
Okay, but listen, I get that. I get what you're saying, but also the reason I would conflict that because I'm about to get nerdy, white and nerdy.
All right, let's get it.
But because a human's natural instinct is to survive at the end of the day. We've been through this before. It's natural. It's science proven. Above all, survive. It's fight or flight.
I don't think they have that anymore.
That's what I'm saying. You would have to be wired fucked up to be like, I'm going to go live on this video and start busting at this cop in broad daylight, and then he's not going to shoot me, and I'm going to get all this clout. If not, I'll die for it. When I'm dead, I'll get a bunch of likes and shares.
And that's how they think. That's it.
That's fucking fried.
That's it.
That's so fried.
Like, I mean, all right, look, we did not grow up with this shit. We didn't. So we don't know the thought process behind this now. Like the fight or flight is gone. It's gone.
So just natural selection. They don't wire these cats to be like, fuck it. If I die,
yeah, pretty
I
much.
die.
Pretty much. That's how I perceive it.
That's twisted.
Like that's how I perceive it.
We fucking
like,
been on for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we've been getting it.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, though, dude. I just can't perceive that thought. I can't. That would mean,
like, I mean,
that would
it's
lead
sad.
me back to believe. I know it's a little rabbit hole-ish that somewhere our youth is getting programmed or brainwashed by social media and things of that nature.
My youngest son.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something fucked up, bro. This one to blow your mind. You ever see the fucking movie about the Japanese or the Chinese?
What movie?
It's called. Fuck, I can't think of the name of it. But every time, like, you walk past somebody in public or you go to a store, everybody has a rating. You give them like 1 to 5 stars or something.
I have never seen
and
that.
they do it on their phone, bro, and it's fucking trippy. And that is who you are in life.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the store and somebody say you bump into somebody and they're like, hello, and you're like, hello, and you just meet them. However the conversation went, you rate that person by that. You can rate them by how they dress, how they look, and shit like that, their attitude. And then you give them like 1 to 5 stars. People you pass on the street, the clerk that served you at the store, even the store clerk is perceiving you as a customer and rating you.
Right.
What the fuck?
That's what society has turned into.
That's trippy. Because now that I think about it, thinking about that movie, thinking about what
all right,
you
now
were saying, and then
look.
thinking about
We're saying this right now.
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
But I've heard it's already been happening somewhere over there like that. They're doing it as a trial or something.
Yeah.
And then people go back to these little cubicles that has like a bed.
Yeah.
Or some shit like, but I'm like, what the fuck? That's scary. That is fucked up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's super crazy. Like, I don't even get it. You know, I'm telling you, we're just going to turn into RPG characters. You know, we're going to be NPCs, you know, running around. You know, and people are going to be interacting with us. And
or the robotics are going to take over.
Oh, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
No, we're already halfway in a rabbit hole anyway.
Yeah. Like, how did we get here?
I don't know. We was talking about people doing shit when they know there's consequences to it, but still doing it anyway.
And that led us here?
Yeah. We're about to leave y'all fuckers because we're going down rabbit holes now.
Yeah, like when it gets down to this point, that's
right.
Yeah, it's time to go.
But remember, like, share, subscribe. Remember, we do this every Friday on Graveyard Shift at 11 o'clock now. Remember, if you got a subject you want to touch base with, throw it in the comments.
And people have gotten better about that, giving us, subjects and stuff.
Yeah. Remember, if
Which
you
is cool.
if you want to get in on the convos we're having, get in the comments. Remember, if you missed anything, they're always posted, so you can go back and watch them.
Minus episode 10.
Right. Remember, it's Dusty and Dirk because they took episode 10, aka Desyple Nite. But yeah.
Oh man.
Remember, if you need them videos, them photo shoots, any of that, get it Asling Entertainment
Woohoo!
LLC. Yeah. But
We love you guys.
We do. We be clowning. We appreciate everybody.
Yeah, we do.
That's why we like the feedback he said he don't like, but we ain't gonna get back on that subject.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Someone start ranting.
throw us them things y'all want to talk about. Remember, we will be back next Friday, usually as long as nothing goes down. Other than that, we're gonna hit you like we always do, y'all. How we do it.
So peace.
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 May the Swords and
Peace.
all the peace. Later.
I'm done with you. So stupid. What is wrong with you?